Wealth can unite families, but in my case, it destroyed one. I was the only son of a steel magnate in Pennsylvania. My father worked his entire life to build an empire worth hundreds of millions. When he passed, the inheritance was clear. Everything came to me, the rightful heir. I thought the legacy was safe. But I didn't realize the most dangerous enemy wasn't outside the family. It was lying in my bed every night. My wife, Sophia, was beautiful, ambitious, and endlessly charming. Everyone said I was lucky to have her. For years, I believed it. She stood by my side at galas, charity events, business launches. She looked like the perfect partner, but masks always crack. It started with small comments. Why does everything have to be in your name? Maurice, wouldn't it be easier if I handled some of the accounts? At first, I brushed it off. But soon I realized Sophia wasn't just curious. She was plotting. One morning, while reviewing documents, I noticed something odd. A property deed I had never signed was being transferred under Sophia's name. My stomach turned. I dug deeper, and what I found chilled me. She had secretly met with my lawyer, the one handling the inheritance, and convinced him to draft papers giving her full co-ownership of all estate assets. But it didn't stop there. Behind my back, she had been whispering poison into relatives' ears, convincing them that I was reckless, unfit to handle the fortune. She painted herself as the responsible one, the mastermind, and some of them believed her. The breaking point came at a family dinner. Surrounded by cousins, uncles, and aunts, Sophia stood, glass in hand, and declared, "From now on, I'll be managing the estate. Safer this way." Gasps filled the room. Everyone turned to me. My own wife had just tried to publicly snatch my father's legacy from under me. But what she didn't know was that I was already 3 steps ahead. You see, I grew up watching my father fight off rivals, lawyers, vultures in suits. I learned early, never trust blindly, even those closest to you. So when I married Sophia, I quietly placed my inheritance in a private family trust, managed by an independent board. Legally, she had no claim. Every signature she had tricked my lawyer into drafting was worthless. And that night, I revealed everything. I stood up, calm, collected, and handed folders to every relative at the table. Inside were copies of her forged documents, recordings of her secret meetings, and proof of her manipulation. Faces shifted from shock to disgust. My cousins, once charmed by her, now glared like she was poison. Sophia's smile cracked. "This is fake," she stammered. But before she could continue, the doors opened. 2 federal agents walked in. Yes, I had already filed a fraud report. Her actions weren't just betrayal. They were criminal. She was escorted out of the mansion that night, her designer heels clicking on the marble like a drumbeat of defeat. The fallout was swift. Her accounts were frozen. Her reputation in society circles? Destroyed. Friends who once envied her cut her off overnight. She went from the queen of charity galas to a pariah no one wanted near. As for me, I didn't just keep the inheritance. I expanded it. I invested in renewable energy, tech, and real estate, doubling the empire within 3 years. And I made sure my father's name, not Sophia's, was etched on every building, every project, every success. Sophia tried reaching out later. Letters, voicemails, even showing up at my office in tears. "We can fix this," she pleaded. But betrayal this deep isn't fixed. It's remembered. So I walked past her without a word, leaving her to choke on the empire she almost stole. And here's the truth I learned. Betrayal from a stranger wounds. But betrayal from a spouse, that cuts to the bone. Still, bones heal stronger. So to anyone who's been stabbed by the one they loved most, don't crumble. Don't beg, rise, protect what's yours. And when the time is right, show them that their schemes only made you sharper. Because revenge isn't about shouting. It's about silence so powerful it echoes louder than any scream. If this story shook you, don't just watch. Subscribe now, because the next tale will make this look like child's play. Stay savage. Stay legendary.